Hello everyone. I decided against spending my political points to buy, well, to get more money to buy more weapons for the troops. Um, I just don't see it being a wise investment. The amount of money we need to spend to get where I want to be will equip 2 brigades at that rate. Um, Needless to say, I think this is about where we can get in terms of size and loss. So we're gonna go to Stones River, fight here. I think this is going to get to the management portion of the game, where we will finally be having an actual interesting time with it. So we were doing what looks to be more or less a frontal assault on here. Um, December 31st, last day of the year. I think I'll take the right, second corps will take the left, and third corps can hold the reserves. Just because of the amount of cannon we can bring to bear. I like to have cavalry in reserve. But then again, there's another point. My heavy hitters, my 3rd Division, my hole punchers, are kind of on the right flank, already committed then at that point. I don't know. We'll go ahead and see what this does. Let's go for it. Marching from Nashville to meet and destroy General Bragg. The Murfreesboro would only have a strong spot impact. Greater territorial control of Tennessee. So we want to march down this road and around. Stones River. Frontal attack would be suicidal. That's where 2nd Division Corps is. Looks like some entrenchments there. Left advance. We can flank and push the Confederate south. What about on the right? Nashville Pike. Okay. Fair point. They've hit first. It's always wise to do so. Okay, what are we up to here? Okay, let's go ahead and first off deploy me, second deploy supplies. Okay, 1st Division. Cannons, dudes. There we go. That should be able to hold off just about any force, either undead or not undead. Dudes. Some dudes to fill in the gap. Be right there. 2nd Division. Palmer with the Lawrence, not exactly out of place. I want Chapman actually up on the front. Him back there. If anything, he can swing around to reinforce that area. 3rd Division can hold this victory point. What's our objectives here? Okay, cool. My dudes. Oh, only 6 out of 6 brigades. So we need to pull 2 guys off here. I think it'll be Cannon and Reed. Cannons can go here. Cannons can go here. And Reed can go more or less here, and we'll just move him over. Nothing major was lost. Dudes and dudes. That should keep Piat well covered, and also all those boys like pretty well encircled. I'm afraid this hill's gonna get hit kind of hard though. I want to leave someone. It's tempting to leave Reed back up here. This part of the line is stretched kind of thin. I don't like it. Not exactly sure where I can spare him in, though. I suppose 3rd Division could spread out a bit. We could have Piat deploy a human tripwire to there. Devons could pull in a bit. This line itself is still kind of thin. The only real people I could spare are the Iron Brigade, but I don't know how they'll fare over here. Alright, well, we'll throw the Iron Brigade over here as a reserve. Reed will also form up a reserve, but I wanted to form up a reserve inside here. Piat, you deploy a human tripwire over here. Garnet, you deploy a human tripwire up on top of well, let's see. This is a hill. We've got decent lines of fire. Yeah, this is probably alright. Alright, Palmer, I need you to be actually in the woods. Like you did. Skirmishers will be decent. Over here, we more or less know where they're coming from. But still, woods, skirmishers. Go hang out over there. Tell me if there's people. Good job. Oh, sweet lord. That's a lot of people. Okay, noted. Duly noted, in fact. Wow, that's a lot of guys. You guys are gonna want to run, actually. Fuck that, I'm gonna want to run over here to reinforce this side, because we ain't about to have reserves anymore. Oh hey, fortifications, cool. I know what those are. Bye. That hill's fortified. So this is reminiscent of when I played Combat Mission on the Eastern Front, was Red Thunder. Lord, they're just being eaten. Have good. Didn't I just recruit him? Was the Iron Brigade fires withering fire into the 5th Arkansas. I believe that unit had 1,000 men, not but a few seconds ago. You know, actually, I'm not going to travel at the pace of a supply wagon. Changed my mind. Jesus. So, a hellish assault to kick off the morning. Sure hope you boys eat a hearty breakfast. Someone's gonna need your energy. Ignore them. Bullets don't mean shit to you. You're the Iron Brigade. God, the Iron Brigade's gonna fucking break. Good lord, what do we have that I can spare? Chapman. Well, that was crushing. Men are barely keeping the flanks open, and Reed's men are all that stands between my entire corps. And what do you mean rear flanked? Who's behind them? Half-Good's men are beginning to break. Give me some skirmishers to whack these fools. Hull's been reported devastating Raleigh into the 3rd Arkansas. 30th Arkansas? Things have just gone to shit. I believe the proper term is hell in a handbasket, but Jesus, someone lost a fucking handbasket in Schitt's Creek. Like, that's where the handbasket is right now. Palmer, go have your skirmishers deal with whatever comes this way. I need you on this flank, like yesterday. Piet, I need your men over there. There's no way in hell they can hold out if they get assaulted by anything right now. I'm just gonna have to bet that this is the majority of the Confederate troops, because the other option is released. So Reed is holding him up in a forest right now, because Reed is a complete fucking badass. Would, if you could please kindly come back. I'm gonna bring Scales back there-ish. Okay. Damn, Reed, you're actually one cold. That's honky. No, Wood, stop, stop, no, go back, damn it! Fuck, he fell back too far. Wow, Reed is really taking a pummeling, but just does not give a shit, apparently. Oh, cool. More units. Good. I was worried that we were not going to be facing an overwhelming mass charge. And to be fair, this game does feel like it occasionally devolves to just throwing waves of men at you. And I feel like it may be one of these game's weak points. But then again, I haven't played the Confederates, so I don't know if it's just how the Confederates are. Okay, Wood, no, stop. shit. Okay, Hall, you're gonna fill in this gap. We've technically got it back. And we outnumber the people on the objective. They're just pushing our flank really hard. Now they're pushing around our flank. We need to rout some of these little buggers before shit happens. They seem to be coming down really hard on our guys over here, but we've got them pinned up a bit. And you know what, Loomis, you hit those fuckers as hard as possible. Haggard duking out with the 4th and 15th Texas. 14th and 15th Texas. It's a damn shame they lost their leader. Oh, every volley rips through their morale. Would kindly get the hell back in the line. Looks like Chapman's counter charge broke their charge. Finally, someone teaching the damn Rebs a lesson. Go home, Johnny. Oh, bastards. Okay, so we gotta pull back to Harland. Okay, so it looks like, First and second corps. Where's 3rd Division? What? Oh, there's men here now. Okay, cool. You guys shift over here. We need to set up a delaying action. We need these cannons back over here. If we can kind of lure them out. Okay, so I'm going to assume we can hold this flank here, at least for just a little while. Something's going on over here. I'm gonna just try and move scales. The cannons are what's truly important in my mind. Hall's routing. A lot of these guys are routing. The Iron Brigade's sort of kind of casually refusing to run away. It's freaking annoying because I want to move the rest of my army. Oh, cool. 3rd Corps here. Coming in from the north. We can probably move them down to secure whatever hill that is. I bet you Harlan can hold this hill. I bet that. I bet it because I have to, but I still bet it. Boys, just keep going. Okay, Hall. Break off. I've done this maneuver before. I know what I'm doing. Chapman, you too. We'll stop running. Okay. So 3rd Corps' 1st Division. I think here is excellent. So I want to fall back to around about here-ish. Piet and Garnet should be able to hold over here and allow us to loop back around. All these four should be able to move up over here-ish. All these skirmishers, keep them tied up, cleaning something up. They won't stop a mass charge, but they will expend their ability to use a mass charge. Okay, agreed. Everyone can now walk. We're still technically putting up a fight, so... I know there's a cavalry unit back here somewhere. He will probably bump into 3rd Corps at some point, is my assumption. What do you guys have? I assume it's... yeah. I'll put some skirmishers down on that hill, hovel, place. Well, if anything, we've bloodied their nose. I think Hall and Chapman's men can reform. Nemus's men can reform, or can retreat, basically, at this point. As it is. I would prefer them to run initially, get them out of volley range. Means Palmer can now switch his intent from there to there. Skirmishers can hold off the, what's it called, the right. And we've created kind of a knuckle to defend our flank. And we can break off some skirmishers to hold our left from that cavalry, or at least bloody their nose if they appear. This should give our men at least enough time to recuperate slightly. I do want to break off some skirmishers from Loomis, though, just to cover his own retreat. And that line should serve us well. Yeah. Big open field. They basically fought their way through one killing field to get to the next. Congratulations. And yeah, now 3rd Corps is about to appear on the field. I want 3rd Corps to form up right here. McClellan can be over here because he's a fucking badass. God, I love McClellan. We're technically holding the hill. What we want to keep an eye out is for many Confederates that seem to be shifting towards that way. I intend to put up more of a diversion here than anything else. This is more or less just a holding position so that our guys can fall back in good order. I think our final line is going to range somewhere along this. And that will just be so that reinforcements with our reserves centered around here, just so that our reserve can flow up the hill. Yeah, this is also just so that our men can regain some cohesion. And I want Loomis's skirmishers to go ahead and reform. And this will allow our men to regain cohesion, energy, whatever. Iron Brigade once again holding off our flank. Once again, about to be thrown into the meat grinder. The men stand ready. I want 3rd Corps to go ahead and assemble in this wood now. Well, hold here. If I had any cavalry, I'd actually love to have them guarding my artillery by now. But I don't. I think someone else just joined in because I saw something on Twitch. Hairsmen break onto a battle line, push up against Whartons. And that should allow Iron Brigade to not have to face the brunt that they have, taking almost half casualties. Dealing more than they take, but still. Bragg has given us a good one, hit us quick and hard and fast. Palmer sits exposed. He's mostly guarding their flank, I believe. Can I grab those supplies? Is there anyone guarding them? If there's no one guarding those supplies, I will laugh. Because I'm going to take them. And it looks like they're beginning to advance in the center. At least a little. And our infantry slowly pushing the cavalry back down the hill. Securing the Iron Brigades. Right. Ah, cool. We captured the supplies. It actually worked. Awesome. Sweet. I'm taking these. They're mine. Come on, Palmer. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. So yeah, once these guys have recovered quite a good deal of things and the Confederates actually make some contact, unless the Confederates make a resounding success over here that we are forced to fall back on, which I'm concerned because I don't see many men coming up against us, so I'm worried they have actually swung back around and are marching down this back road. Actually, that's exactly what they're doing. So we're going to start wheeling our line in a bit. So those three. Which means I want these guys to more or less form a giant line like that. Oh, wait, whoops. I didn't unselect these guys. These guys to go back here. These guys to form a big old line from there to there. And the Iron Brigade and Haggood can actually, honestly, that's probably a good switch they got going on. It does cede some ground to Confederates, but it gives us the advantage of flexibility. Actually, we'll need to pull back a little bit more. We'll work out the kinks in the plan as they come up. But right now, the plan's looking almost kinkless. It's the least kinky thing I've ever come up with. And trust me, because I've come up with some kinky shit in my life. I have such terrible tricks. So our entire line falls back, basically as 3rd Corps gets there. Skirmishers can reform. They're basically pushing up, but we're not pushing back that far. So, no, attack these guys. Annoy them. Charge! I want those supplies, damn it. Yeah, surprise, bitch. You didn't think that 144 guys would come running out of the woods screaming because of a truck, did you? Supply truck. Still. It's a truck-esque. It's like a truck. It's the 18-wheeler of the 1860s. So it looks like the Confederates are coming up to do battle. I'm getting 15 frames a second. These guys are getting routed from a valley. Okay. Third Corps is not too terribly heavily engaged, if even heavily engaged at all, could be used to describe them. And they're about to eat Wharton, who's pissed me off by flanking me. No one flanks me. This is what happens to those who flank. I think of Third Corps kind of like how the Union Army should have thought of 11th Corps. I don't know if they did. But they're kind of the guys I'm going to stick into whatever hole I need to win desperately. And we're going to hate them if they lose. We're going to not talk about them if they win. Running out of ammo on that guy. Get over there and do a mercy. Don't really know what's up with the Confederates, just sort of standing there, watching us fire various forms of ammunition into them. But if they are A-okay with it, I am A-okay with it. A-okely, Jesus, 400 kills from 8 guns? I guess 10 guns. Previously 10 guns. I suppose some of that's canister. Ah, there's the 400, for those of you who are nitpicky. So I just love McClellan. He's wonderful. Also, these, I like defending on the edge of woods. Because the enemy starts to form up and they're a bit too big. You can always fall back. I'm noticing, actually, that there's not really that many Confederates ahead of me. And I have some decent quality divisions. Not saying it's the wisest thing to do. I don't understand the Hall and the Iron Brigade's desire to cross over, like, so damn often. It's like every time I give them an order, they're like, hey, what if we, like, switched sides, man? I'm like, no, why would you switch sides? I'm like, but what if we did? So yeah, we'll advance out and meet them in a field. Yes, why not? Well, Iron Brigade, you guys move up there. You guys move up there. You guys move up there. Actually, let's not do this whole oblique angle shit. You guys move up there. Let's put some pressure on this flank. So let's just like test the waters, see what comes, what goes. Let's get some skirmishers out here also. I want to see something beyond what I can normally see. I don't like not seeing the rest of the Confederate army. Whenever you can't see rebels doing something, it means they're being sneaky as shit. And a sneaky rebel ain't a dead rebel. So goes the 16th and the 33rd Alabama. And yeah, that confirms my suspicion. Oh, no, not really. That's the 4th, the 5th, and the 19th Tennessee. What I'm looking is for repeats. They seem to be trying to come down this road, and my skirmishers are denying access at the toll booth, which this White House shall ever be known as. And behind them stand the toll masters, as we shall call them forevermore. So says me, the commander. It's like XCOM, but less dark, more brother against brother. There's no one out here, is there? Yeah, they've all pulled back. They're massing for an assault on top of a hill somewhere, aren't they? Okay. Time to grab 3rd Corps and move them all the way back over here. With that new information in mind, I don't think our right flank is anywhere in danger. I'm going to move these guys over here as a super early warning system, and if they get engaged, this entire flank curls back. Boys just have fun running around. Meanwhile, 3rd Corps is going to march at the speed of marching over to around about here-ish. Because I suspect... Oh, that, really. I suspect that. And third corps is in the best position to prevent that from becoming that, and then that having to be that from that. Via, you know, some of good old-fashioned that. In other words, and you really gotta use your eyes in my videos, because I'm not a screen person by nature. I suppose elements of 3rd Division, and I guess 2nd Division also, can technically hold the line, but, like, not for long. Also, it seems that their inability to make progress on this road has really hampered their ability to do anything substantial with their lives ever. Eventually, they will rout that skirmisher unit, and behind them stands 5,000 guys, maybe. And 3rd Corps is making steady progress. Slow, but steady. These cannons are keeping them at bay. I don't really think they intend to push any further. This is a weak sector in my line. They could definitely break it if they hit here. But if they did, we could just swing these 2 guys back, shorten the line. Honestly, probably shorten the line to back here. Plug up this hole, make this a little offshoot. It's very open on the flanks. But all we have to do is hold for 38 more minutes. These skirmishers are damn near out of ammo. Mers is running a bit dry too. Like our next real big investment, after we have formed the Grand Army that I want to have, should be to buy a ton of supplies. Just an absolute ass load. And it looks like the skirmishers finally broke. So it might be Palmer's turn to go get 1,000 kills or some shit like that. I don't know, lol. You know what I look like? The ultimate general or some shit. Hey, rebel. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? Have you met my friend, the full-on musket volley? The rifle volley? What was that? Like 100 guys? Gonna need more than that if you plan to take the whatever this place is. Okay. Fighting this. Oh, whatever. That's honestly about 100 men per volley. Yeah, 3 divisions, 6,000 guns fired, only about 100 bullets hit. That's like what? Divide by 6. Divide by 60. There's your accuracy. Oh, there's an assault of some kind. That's definitely what one would call assault. Okay, boys, let's get up there and be a reserve to the reserve. Because God knows the general's happy when he has reserves on his reserves. Nothing makes me happier in this life than having reserves on reserves. Like, if I pour reserves on my reserves on my reserves, I become incredibly enthused. It makes the troops happy, it makes me happy. When the troops are happy and me is happy, then, you know, me is happy when me is happy. So there's an assault coming up the hill, Garnet's standing on top of the hill, screaming, "You shall not pass," and also shooting, which has more effect than screaming. Well, at least attempts to. If you're Gandalf, then you can scream and it'll be pretty effective, I guess. But everyone else has to shoot the enemy. Gandalf can just yell and wave his hands around and do some fancy magic shit, and it just kind of works, because my dude's Gandalf. I mean, what you gonna do? I'm tempted to put Hagrid up there, but he's not in a good position to be supported. This line's facing off against these Confederate brigades. Like, what you gonna do? And here comes, like, what's that, 2 divisions? I'd call it a corps. Maybe an entire freaking army. Every single arm-bearing male of legal age for enlistment is assaulting this hill in that 1,200 man battalion, regiment. Brigade. Don't you boys worry at all, ever. No fear can be struck into your heart. At all. Don't let it strike. If it strikes, you lose. You know what they say, 3 strikes and you're out. That's what happened to the last general before me, who was striking out in the Mexican-American War. He was all like, I'm gonna play baseball with Mexicans, and then they, I don't know, I guess the country just wasn't ready for it yet. And, oh, defend Nashville Pike. Okay. Sure. Surround us. Surround Pike. Full army trapped and lost. Gotcha. Okay, sounds like a bad idea. So this hill holds that. We should probably fall back some of our forces. Where's the 3rd Corps? Corps is holding reserve. I'm really honestly quite glad I left those guys in reserve. 3rd Corps can hold their shit. They're like an Irishman with liquor. That's how they are with battle. So how's 3rd Division doing? 3rd Division spread to hell like fucking I can't believe it's not butter or some crazy shit. And have goods over there, so we're just gonna keep these guys doing what they're doing. And what they've been doing and are going to continue to do, because, you know, doing what they're doing, is more or less retreat. We're going to retreat them to right about, honestly, I want to say here. Yeah, because that leaves open enough room to go there. Supplies can come up here. We can finally centralize all of our stuff. This hill I would count as a very important tactical position to maintain. I want skirmishers there. I want Walton. I want your skirmishers there. Now, Walton proper, you can get on this hill, and Truex, you can get on this hill. But for God's sake, you can't lose the damn hill. Honestly, if we fall back, we could fall back into some pretty decent fortifications. I want to hold this hill for as long as possible because it presents a hella obstacle to the Confederates. That's right, a hella obstacle. I'm going to go ahead and throw 3rd Corps back here. They're going to be our fallback. If we get back over here and they try and come this side of the mountain, they should keep this side clean, pristine. These guys will hold this area. They'll basically provide a dominating position over here if their reserves aren't engaged. I mean, because the Confederates will basically be stuck over here, so they'll be forced to cross the river to deal with us, or go around and onto the other side. Which means we need a strong infantry front here with reserves, which can gradually fall back. Which is what this bit is. You know, this bit that's not on top of the mountain. Get a move on. I have to admit, I am a bit ashamed that occasionally my computer does not run this much stuff as well as it could. Normally I would fight some sort of delaying action, but today I'm saying screw it. Here's Reed's Bago skirmishers. This will just help concentrate our reserves into a denser location so that we can better defend this entire area. Right now we're spread just a little bit too thin, so we're going to fall back from posted everywhere. Where's the hole? Reed, I think this is your hole. Okay, go fill it. Fill your holes, Reed. Fill them. And yeah, these skirmishers are doing God's work, holding up the enemy. They won't hold for long, but they're in woods, so I mean they're doing decent. A good charge would break them. Honestly, I think the enemy needs to have more propensity to charge skirmishers. More of a tendency to do so. I don't think they do it quite enough. I'm half tempted to name the hair guy O'Hare. I'm also going to attach skirmishers from this unit back here. Have them go up and, like, guard this area, because I am beyond paranoid when it comes to fortifications. But yeah, people like Pegram, we're going to try and cross a river, covered by infantry. Sully, no. Back. That's commonly known as a bad idea. Most people don't try it because it's a bad idea. Hold on. So it looks like the majority of our troops have fallen back. It means we can get Cochrane and Torbert. And Torbert's a weird name. Don't name your kid Torbert. What's his name? Torbert. It really is Torbert. It's not like I was reading it wrong. Jesus Christ. That's a fucking hilarious name. I'm sorry if your name's Torbert. Not because, like, I insulted your name or anything, but just, you know, because. I don't know why. My dad was drilling my brother like he was in Marine Corps boot camp or something. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Full Metal Jacket in the background right now. Just less offensive and more appropriate for what, I don't know, like a 12-year-old Marine might hear. You know, like they have in Africa. Hell. Put those skirmishers up there. In case someone happens to bypass them. I'm getting consistently below 20 frames per second. That's wonderful. Here comes the forces. The forces. Here come the ambiguously named forces of evil, otherwise known as the Browncoats. Somewhat related to the people who discovered the Brown Note. So yeah, our far left is a bit shaky, but the far left has always been a bit shaky. Communist Zing. I'm gonna zoom in because it gives me slightly better performance. I'm also gonna save because I freak out every time this kind of stuff happens. And like I get low frames, I'm like, oh god no, the computer's gonna crash. I also turned to Batman. So yeah, rifle volleys start to come out. No, backward, I don't want you to do that. So there's a large concentration of men coming out the center, but not that many on the left. I don't even think these guys have seen anyone on the left. That speaks pretty well, because it means these guys can move relatively unchecked. And this line I don't think is too badly damaged to hold anything. I might honestly knock the graphics down just a touch. Yeah, boy, you ain't crossing this river on horseback in front of, you know, a line of federal, oh Jesus. Where the fuck did you come from? Oh, I hate it when people do stuff like this. Assholes. Okay. Looks like our 3rd Corps Tactical Reserve is going to go tactically reserve themselves a position on top of this damn hill, since someone's cavalry booked themselves an unkind reservation. Dicks. piss off. So we'll shift all our skirmishers over there. We'll have those 3rd Corps gents bust me off some skirmishers. No, you can't just fucking run up. Wheeler. Oh, dude, did we capture a cavalryman? Awesome. You guys get over here. We got a train just for you. Yep, looks like a large mass of writhing Confederates. Writhing, something, really. Yeah, I don't think they're coming up that area at all. We could turn the flank on these guys pretty easily, actually. We just come around like that. Okay. You guys do this part of the maneuver. You guys do the long part of the maneuver. Since they want to get in a giant blob and fuck each other. So I mean, yeah, there are some kinks in the line, but there aren't any kinks in the plan. Exclamation points. You guys are taking some cannon fire, but it's barely noticeable, would be the word I would use. I mean, the 48 guys got hit by cannonball. They probably noticed. But everyone else, it's barely noticeable. I suppose that's kind of how it goes. Getting shot at. Don't notice the bullets that don't hit you. I guess you notice them a little bit, but not that much. What I'm trying to say is just ignore the bullets. I'll be over here leading my men courageously from the front because I don't think I can die. Actually, hold on. I'll be leading my men non-delusionally from the back, because I accept the mortality of man. So these guys can hold here, these guys can hold here. We'll create kind of a kessel for them, so they can all walk up out of that forest, and we'll try and turn this flank back around. It's like turning that frown upside down, but instead of a frown, it's a Union battle line. Instead of turning it upside down, I'm turning it upside down and sideways, and are you guys just gonna surrender already? There's nowhere to go, man. Give him hell, Devons. What do you have anyway? I bet it's Springfield. Hunting. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Brigadier General Jimmy. Why do I just bet that was someone reasonably important? It looks like they're kind of unwilling to come up the hill. We've turned this place into a pockmarked piece of shithole. The 11th Tennessee are glancing around down there. Yeah, Brigade. I'm going to say they're reluctant to charge into combat. I mean, I would be, but they're not. I don't think they actually understand the concept of reluctance when it comes to battle. It's a strange lack of survival features imbued in humans. They just kind of don't stop. And they don't stop believing. They don't stop fighting. They don't. If it can be stopped, they do not. Okay, you boys, come over here, and like, be quick about it. I don't know why my little brother is in the background, but he is, and it is really what one might call pleasant, but it's not unpleasant. I think he's singing soul music. It's quite interesting, actually. I don't really understand why soul in particular. Guys, the horses, move the cannons. Those are important, those are expensive. Oh, we're gonna lose so many cannons. The battle's not even really begun. Okay, well, correction. The battle has definitely begun. This is definitely a begun battle. Oh god, this unit over here. Someone finished them off. Well, go get him, Cook. Go get him, Cook. We'll just polish him off for me, will you? We'll stick this guy up there. And you can drive them towards whatever, but they'll finally be able to stop running at least. And maybe they'll even surrender after being shot at with artillery while running away from all the artillery for several hours at this point, I guess. Or about an hour. Or they'll just drive them straight into the cannons and then blow them away with canister shot. Cook will just stop and demolish them. Alright, go back up, go. Good enough. Just leave one up there, and actually, Carla, you're the guy who's good with muskets. Krista, you go phone over here. Make sure all that shit's hunky-dory. Make sure it's hunky-dory as fuck. Boy. They're relatively calm and peaceful. I think because they haven't taken this hill yet, they don't really know what to do. See, that's the thing, but that's not like the proper what I want them to do. There we go. Like, it really works best with 2 brigades. They tend to line up pretty well, but like, I don't think this assault's coming up this hill. The AI knows very well that this is a murderous fuck bit that I've created. It's kind of like the equivalent of a mosh pit, except instead of moshing and pretty cool death metal, it's just really, really angry Union soldiers on the sides and all your friends and buddies getting moshed by bullets. Moshed. Mushed. Shit. Finally, some decent frames. It's taken a while. Oh man, you're not gonna do shit. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, bye. Oh, cool. These guys can retreat back to loop around that way and hold off against the 4th and 2nd Arkansas or whatever the hell. Oh, come on, man. Run away from the enemy towards the giant line of people dressed in blue that stretches for likely, I think that's 2 miles. 2 miles of nothing but people wearing blue. Honestly, must have been a damn sight to see. I would pay to see the entire field covered in blue. It's not like just a Gettysburg reenactment, but like just this. Like not just like a single brigade. I want to see like 60,000 people versus I just want to see hundreds of thousands of people dressed in time period proper uniforms. I just kind of want to see it. Not the battle or the carnage or anything, just the sheer amount of people that could be mustered and then concentrated into such an area. So it looks like we're at a standoff. I'm okay with this. Confederates are massing pretty heavily over here. It's at least 3 divisions, probably a corps facing up the hill right now, but we've got about a corps facing down. They're spread a bit more thin, but we have the ability to flank them if they try anything funky. So, plus our right, their left is pretty loosely defended, I would wager. So I don't think they're pushing over here because their flank is threatened. Still, they could punch a pretty damn big hole in me if they wanted to. Just imagine it would take a while to punch. That's first division doing. I don't think they've lost like anyone so far. They've been relegated to like a supporting role for the entire thing. Can you guys walk up here? Yes, sir. How are you guys doing? Not a single death in First Division or Third Corps so far. We've got a few kills, but I'm gonna wager that's mostly just because of the support role they've been playing. They kind of held the flank over here, and then they held the flank over, and then they held the back line up here, and I don't know, they just kind of have wound up avoiding combat by sheer luck. It must have been a very boring day for them. They marched down from this hill over here, walked across this field to here, stood over here, shot some cavalry for a little bit, walked back over here, walked up a hill, saw a bunch of Confederates, and like, okay, bye. Walked over to this hill, sat up on top of the hill, shot some more minuscule amounts of cavalry, and in general saw none of the action today. Also, Wood got wounded by a goddamn cat. Damn it, Wood. I needed you. Scales actually has like supplies, just running out of cannons, I guess. So yeah, just not really much going on in these last 4 minutes where we're holding. If there's another phase to the battle, then 1 second, my girlfriend's calling me. We'll see. Let me just get this break. There we go. The new year finds us entrenched. Happy New Year, everyone. Okay, that's the 3rd call. I'm going to start the spell, but I'm going to save it caller because 3 calls I need to call back. First, rested. Surrender. Alright, today we hold our ground. We will celebrate our new year atop this damn pike. See what the situation gives us. But, I'll go ahead and start it. Show the cutscenes and all that crazy shit. So we hold a pretty damn strong defensive position on top of this hill. Some pretty strong dudes up on over that side. This is our weak flank right now, but Kershaw's over there, and that's pretty good. I would expect that as well. Yeah, same. Oh, good luck. They're just coming from everywhere. Nashville Pike, Nashville Pike, Nashville Pike. What part is Nashville Pike? Oh, okay, this is one also. So they're dug in. These guys are dug in, dug in. That's a frothing mass of people, don't you think? I'd say that's ample reserves over there. I might move one or two men from 2nd Division over there. Where do you boys? 3rd Division? With the cavalry, Kershaw. Awesome. Alright. I would say the extra infantry was a real good investment. We've only lost 0.12% of our whatchamacallit, our army. Well, we've even got some supplies, right? Supplies, run or something. Some more supplies. Even got more supplies. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, well I'm gonna save it. I will get back to you guys later. Same old save. Alright. Thank you for watching. I've been your General Tomato. I think it's been long enough anyway. It's been almost an hour and a half. This is getting to be a long video. Till the next video, I've been your Commander Tomato. I will celebrate my victory in the next video atop this hill. Thank you. Good day.